Today we're here with that kid named D. Him and I, uh, him and I are friends outside of all of this. So I am so looking forward to seeing how this is gonna go and hear some stories from him. So for those of you who don't know, EOP Gaming. I'm not just a guy pretending to be a guy. My name is Danny. I was in the Marine Corps for 5 years. I did a little stuff here and there. But enough about me. If you want to know more, if you head on over to youtube.com/, VOP Gaming, there is my veteran spotlight. So check that out. But enough about me. Like I said, we're going to head over and we're gonna pull him up and we'll let him talk about himself and introduce himself. Yo, D, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? Yeah.
Yo,
So,
thank you for being here. I
yeah,
appreciate you,
of
man.
course. Happy to be here.
Oh yeah,
It's a long time coming.
absolutely. Yeah, we talked about this months ago,
hmm
and finally the times were right. So awesome. Well, enough pleasantries and stuff. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
All right.
Um,
Yeah, I'm just my name's Derek and go by that kid named D on Twitch and I'm a variety streamer. Um uh yeah, just trying to, do that stream life.
Yo, bet I feel you. You don't, yo, man, you ain't gotta be so nervous. It's all right. We're good. It's just you and I talking, and there just happens to be a camera. So,
All right.
all right. Well, let's okay. Let's start off. What made you decide to want to join the military? First, oh, even before that, what branch of the military were you
So I was in the Army Reserves.
in?
Um
Ooh, oh,
What made me want to join
yeah,
was actually I wasn't expecting to be in the Army Reserves. Um, so I was going to college.
yeah.
I was going to community college to be a firefighter, and it wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. Like I wasn't working. I was like living off financial aid and stuff, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like I'm tired of being broke, poor. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Fucking living off top ramen." So yeah, I met a recruiter and um, told him, "Yeah, I want to join the army," and went from there. You know,
So what
like
you're
everybody.
telling me is you were tired of being broke, so you joined the military?
Yeah, that was big broke though.
Wow. Well, yeah, I
So
guess if you're big, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. I guess if
at least
you're,
at least in the military, you're getting fed
it's true.
and you got paychecks. Back
Three
then,
hots and a cot.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't ideal, but it wasn't bad.
That's true. That's true. All right. So when you say back then, when are we talking about? When did you join the military?
Um, I joined back in fucking 2012, like 20,
Oh,
yeah, 2012, and then I went to basic in 2013.
nice. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't have any like real aspirations to join the military. You were just like, I'm tired of being broke. This is probably better.
Yeah, I did JROTC in high school and I
Oh,
liked it a
okay.
lot. So I kind of was like, okay.
Yeah.
When I was talking to my recruiter, he's like, yeah, it's pretty much the same shit. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Cool. 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 So, you went to basic in 2012.
Yeah.
Um, how was that? Like when you were so in the Marine Corps, you go to the airport. I went to beautiful San Diego. So went to the airport. They picked us up. They got us on a bus, and from that moment I got on the bus, I was fucking terrified. Not gonna lie, like it's just a whole different world. They tell you, sit down, put your head in your lap, and that's how you ride from the airport to Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. Now, I was terrified, and when they yelled, they were like, "Get off my bus! Stand on the yellow footprints!" Like that's when my life, like immediately, I was like, "Did I fuck up? Did I make a mistake?" Did you have those kind of like thoughts when you? I don't know if you guys were on a bus or how you got from point A to point B, but when you got to wherever you went to basic, like what was going through your mind?
Oh man, it was even like before basic. I was fucking terrified because I still do. I have a secret clearance,
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Me
like
too. Yeah,
I remember going. Well, first of all, going to MEPS, and
yeah,
I wasn't like the best kid, you know. And they're like, my recruiters are like, don't tell them you smoked weed, don't tell them you drank or anything, because
yeah,
then they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna get into all this, you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So yeah, I ended up telling them, yeah, I smoked a little bit of weed,
yeah, yeah,
and then they're like, oh, who'd you smoke with? Why'd you lie to us? And I was like, oh, come on, man.
yeah,
But yeah, going through MEPS, um, yeah, because I wanted to be infantry in active duty infantry, but they said I was colorblind, and I actually had them recheck, and that's not true. So I think they kind of fucked me on my job, and that's why I ended up in the reserves.
yeah.
And then from there, yeah, after I left MEPS, and then it was, you know, first time ever being on a plane was going to basic training.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I had my buddy with me. We
Mhm.
became good friends, and yeah, we traveled together to basic training. We were actually in the same platoon in basic training too.
Oh, you guys were in
Good
the
old
buddy program.
Yeah, good old Tree Fry. Me and Tree Fry.
Hey, shout out to Tree Fry.
Yeah, she out to Tree Fry. Dude, I carried that motherfucker through basic, and he knows it.
Yeah. Like when I was in boot camp, if somebody was in the buddy program, they made them sleep in the same bed, or not sleep in the same bed, but like they were bunk, like top bunk, bottom bunk, and then when they would get in trouble, they would be like, "Oh, well, hold your buddy." So they would like make them like hold on to their buddy, like it was
We
just
weren't
funny.
like we weren't like in the buddy program. We
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
were friends. Like
Yeah,
we
no.
met in the recruiting process, and we just
Yeah,
became friends. So,
nice.
and then we went to the same basic together, and
Yeah.
went to
So,
same fucking unit in
y-
basic, and
yeah. So what was going through your head? Like, I don't know, like how your drill sergeants, like, did they like, like, can you guys kindly please get in our squad bay?
oh no, dude,
like I don't know
man,
how intense they are, but like when they started yelling at you, like what, like how did that? Yeah, what was going on? What kind of feelings were you having on the inside?
it was because like you have the like reception, right, where you get
Mhm.
like all your shots and stuff,
Yeah,
and those drill sergeants, they're not like they're like fake drill sergeants. Our drill sergeants, like those are the drill sergeants that couldn't cut it. But those guys were fucking meaner than our drill sergeants were,
yeah.
because they're yeah, and it was yeah, they yell at you. Um, I just kind of like kept my head down, and I was like, do whatever the fuck I was told. I wasn't trying to stand up to the drill sergeants. It's not gonna
Yeah,
end well. You know what I mean? You end up disappearing.
yeah, absolutely. All right. So when you were going through it, what was the like what do you think the hardest part was for you? Like going through basic?
Um, shit, I don't know.
Like,
Physically, like it wasn't that bad.
yeah.
Well, it was bad, but trying to think, like, gosh, probably just being away from my family and stuff, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Everything
usually
else is pretty much you just do what you're told and get through it, and you're good to go.
yeah, absolutely. That's usually the common thing I get is, is a lot of people are like just being away. It was my first time away from, mom, dad, home, whatever. Um so that's usually the thing is um it's a mental stress
Mhm.
for sure. What was the like when you think back, what was the funnest like time you had when you were in basic? Like what was something that you guys did and you were like, this is great?
I really like the like rope tower. Like you climb up this tower and then you rappel down it, but
Yeah.
it's like a whole obstacle course.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just fucking I don't know, just the friends you made too. Like made a lot of good friends
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
and just blowing shit up too. Did a lot of blowing shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to Fort Sill, so it's artillery,
Okay. Okay.
Army artillery base, like the capital
Mhm.
of artillery. So
Nice.
our drill sergeants were all artillery guys, and they just blew everything up.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Now when like what time of year did you go?
I went in August, so
It was
yeah, August.
deathly
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, and the fucking humidity. I was not ready for that.
Yeah. Now where's Fort Seal? I'm not
In Oklahoma.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was bad,
Yeah.
and it was like, but I will say, because like we're where I'm at, we're surrounded by mountains,
Yeah.
so we could see the sky, but it's not like as open as it is in fucking Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And the sky was pretty, one of the big things was like, wow, the sky's really pretty. This is one of the things that I always thought about. And it
Yeah.
was like one of the first times I really saw like a real shooting star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds fucking corny and shit, but it's true. Yeah, I saw a shooting star and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Well, but
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, too, like they've had reports in Los Angeles. So it's not as corny as you think. They had reports in Los Angeles that when the power went out, a bunch of people were calling the police and freaking out because they would look up and they see like these shiny things in the sky that they've never seen before. And
They're
they're calling
stars.
they're calling the police because they see stars up there, so like it's not as out there as you think, um
It's like
to
a dystopian reality we're living in right now.
uh in some places, absolutely, 100%, absolutely.
It's like
uh
fucking Final
oh,
Fantasy or something,
you
dude.
know, Final Fantasy, what a great game. So all right, so Fort Seal. um Now, did you um like what was the like take us through like um okay, so you said the like the separation was the biggest thing. What were some things you did to kind of like overcome like, well, like the being away from home type thing?
Honestly, gosh, I just kind of like suffered through it. I and then like because I know some songs really well, so I'd sing like on ruck marches. I'd sing them in my head
Oh,
while I'm
nice.
ruck marching
Oh
and
boy.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like Macklemore was really popular at the time, so
I
I'd
fucking
sing
love Macklemore.
I'd sing
Yeah.
Macklemore songs in my head
Yeah.
while we're fucking ruck marching, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I actually even had people, like, print off lyrics to songs and mail them to me in the mail so I could, like, read them and, like, remember them and be
Yeah.
like, "Okay." And I would just play those songs in my head while marching around.
Yeah.
Or I would just make shit up in my head, like, stupid fucking scenarios, like, my
Uh,
own little world. Yeah,
Absolutely.
fucking a lot of time just walking around in the army, so
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like we would go on hikes and stuff like that, like, and it would just be like I would just come up with like I would just think about shit like, what if aliens attacked right now, or just like whatever, like because I'm a robot at this point. I'm just walking in a line with people while a drill instructor is just running back and forth, yelling and stuff like that, and I'm just like sitting here thinking about like aliens invading, or like like
yeah.
what if there's werewolves out, like in these woods, and like we got to fight werewolves with our fucking bayonets and stuff, just whatever I could do to think to get my mind off of how much this sucks.
Yeah, it was yeah. Honestly, the same too, and yeah, a lot of us got along too in that platoon, so we all would like just do stupid shit together,
Yeah.
just like hang out and
Yeah. Now,
fucking play cards or something.
must be nice. uh Now, so what was it like when you graduated? Like how were you feeling when you ended up graduating basic training?
Oh, yeah, it was nice because like we had, you know, our families come visit us, and I just had my girlfriend come visit me at the time, and then like my family couldn't make it, but that's all right. I don't hold that against them.
Yeah.
And then, you just graduate, and then people that were going to be, or artillerymen, they chill out, they hang out, and they just go across the railroad tracks as they call it, and
Mhm.
then they just go to their AIT, and
Mhm.
then everybody else loads up on, buses and goes to the airport and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, what was your MOS?
I was a 68 golf. I was a patient administration specialist.
Okay. Okay. I was like, I
Yeah,
have no idea what all these numbers
yeah.
mean.
Yeah, I was pretty emotional though, to be honest, because like I had a really good friend. His name was Stadelman,
Hmm.
and never heard from him again after graduation because he's like, I don't have a phone. We
Yeah.
were all exchanging information and shit. And he's like, I don't got a phone or nothing. I've never heard from him again, but
Yeah.
we were really good friends in basic. So
Yeah, I have a lot of people like that too who like we were like ride or die when we went to boot camp. Like
Hmm.
everything we did together, you know, and like I never saw I saw a guy once and I was doing some I was helping out the USS Tarawa with some uh like long range field exercises and I saw him on the Tarawa and I was like, "Hey, what's up,
Oh
man?"
wow,
And we just kind of like looked at each other and it was like, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah, are you?"
that's cool as
He's
fuck.
like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yo, I haven't seen you in, you know, like since boot camp." And he's like, "Yeah, you know, like went through infantry school and then just kind of like a party a lot." I'm like, "Oh, well, it doesn't surprise me." Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I've had that experience too, but it was more of towards the people I met in like my specialty school AIT,
Yeah.
just like going to training with them and shit.
Yeah.
But I have to go grab my baby real quick, so
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
No worries. No
Sorry,
worries.
I'll be right
Hey,
back.
hey, family first, bro. All right. So for those of you guys who have never been here for a veteran spotlight before, we're not necessarily like we're not ignoring the chat or anything. We do see what you guys are saying, but we're kind of focusing on what's going on, you know, and with Derek and his stories and stuff like that. So there'll be a portion, you know, like a Q&A type thing later that you guys can ask questions and we'll kind of interact. But now we're not like we see you guys and stuff like that, but we're just kind of going along and just kind of focusing on him and so we can kind of go through that. We appreciate your support and everything, but we're uh we're just not like it's interactive. It will be interactive at a point. Um uh yes, son. Absolutely. Um he was in the army. He was in the Army Reserves. So um but I'm glad to see you survived COVID. But yeah, we see you guys over here. But just a heads up, so we're not nobody feels like they're being excluded or anything. Um, but while some of you are here, if you're a veteran or you know a veteran who would be interested in sitting down and doing this, you'll feel free join the Discord. Um, and there's a spot in there. Um, there's a spot in there for veteran spotlight where you can, you know, put your say that you'd like to do it and everything, and then yeah, we can sit down and do this, you know, with other people.
I'm back.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope the baby's good.
Yeah, I put on Nemo and give him a graham cracker. So
Yeah, yeah. Here. I told you. Yeah, that's what I do. I told you.
yeah, put on a
I
cartoon.
put on cartoons and then walk away. Yeah. All right. So okay. So boom, graduated Fort Seal. And is it Seal? Sill? Fort Sill?
Yeah, Fort Sill.
Fort Sill. I don't know. I've
Fort Sill.
never been there. Not my branch, not my problem.
Yeah,
So okay, so you graduated and then you went to your AIT.
yeah, and then I went to Fort Sam Houston in Texas for
Okay.
AIT,
Okay. Oh
and
boy.
yeah, that was it was because like when I first got there, it's so laid back there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like like
I
medical MOSs,
yeah.
they're just chilling out. Unless you're a medic,
Yeah.
dude. I got there. These dudes were like walking around in flip flops and shit, and playing
Yo,
on guitars and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on
different branch, different time. I
here?
don't. Oh boy, no one walks around. Even at the barracks, people were walking around in flip flops and guitars, but that was after hours type stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Now,
that was pretty much like college, to be honest.
yeah. How was that? What was that like?
It was it was chill. It was kind of like a weird transition from being like, in basic training and getting like, drill sergeants are pretty strict, and then you just have like instructors now that they don't really give a fuck as long as you make it to your class
Yeah,
and aren't like doing anything super crazy.
yeah,
You
makes
know.
sense. Yeah. Nice. So what was the hardest part about when you were in your in AIT? What was the like what was the big like what did you struggle with the most?
Probably because like I had this one of my good friends. His name is Xiao. He's this Chinese man. He doesn't really know English that well, but we got we
Yeah.
got him through basic training. You
Yeah.
know, everybody in the platoon really helped him get through basic training, and then because he didn't know English very well, I had to like kind of like teach him English a little bit, but it wasn't enough to help him pass AIT. So he had to
Okay.
be recycled,
Ooh.
and that sucked to see him go back and
Yeah.
fucking sit and have to get a new job.
Yeah.
But I think that was the hardest part. You know,
Okay.
AIT was pretty chill to be honest.
Yeah. Now, is it a lot of like memorizing like stuff? You know what I mean? Um like because you said it's a medical field, like is there a lot of like you have to know this and this and this and this and this and like all by like verbatim type stuff?
Yeah, I was just memorizing stuff pretty much. Just just how school is for anybody now. It's just you get
Yeah.
you got class and then you got a quiz on it, and then
Yeah.
um just a bunch of tests. Like we had a test like every week, so we had 6 tests because our
Yeah.
AIT was only 6 weeks long. So
Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was never good at school, so like memorizing shit like was never I it was never my strong point at all. Um
yeah, it was cool to work with because Fort Sam Houston is a joint base, so you got to work with like we had Air Force guys and Navy
yeah.
guys and stuff all in our um, class, and we had a Marine that like came back after he retired to join the Air Force, and he was kind of cool. He's like an old dude, told us a bunch of stories and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I went to Fort Lee, which is in Virginia.
Oh yeah.
And it it was weird being at an army base because it's an AIT as well, or they do. I don't know what they do there. Whatever. Like, cook. I was a cook, so I know at least they did that. I don't know what else they did there. Well, I guess if they did whatever the Marines did, so they had a bulk fuel that they did there as well. We had some riggers that were there too,
hmm
um, but there was like three of them in our building because the Marines stayed in one building, and yeah, there was us as cooks, bulk fuel. Then the riggers were in the first floor, but I don't know what else they did. They taught it there. I didn't really care.
Yeah, we had, gosh, because it was pretty much every medical job in the arm, like any branch was being trained there. So
Yeah, yeah,
it was like they didn't like put us together to sleep together, like bunk together, but like if you're like marching around because you got to fucking march everywhere, you
yeah,
like would run into
absolutely.
other branches marching around.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, so we marched ourselves around because it was we were students.
Yeah,
Well,
we had to do that too. If you're in more than like 3 people, you had to march. I
yeah.
was like, this is
Well, like we only had to march to and from to class or chow. Um, but I mean, at that point, we were Marines. Like
Mhm.
we graduated from boot camp, so like we were Marines at that point. Period. And
Yeah.
then infantry school, we marched everywhere because whatever. Uh, and then when we got there, we only marched to and from chow or class or anywhere we had to go as a group together.
Yeah,
Uh,
so like when I was in basic, because we're talking about marching, I was actually one of the platoon guys, like a platoon leader.
mm,
Like when
yeah,
the drill sergeants get to the point where they're like, okay, they'll pick somebody to lead the platoon, and then they just like follow you around and stuff.
sure.
I was one of them, and like that was my shit, like marching and cadences and stuff. That was my shit when I was platoon guy.
Yeah,
So like when we
absolutely.
got to AIT, they didn't pick me to be a platoon guy, like the cadence, like the not the cadence, the instructors, because they're like, oh, you were the platoon guy in basic, so let somebody else do it.
Sure.
And so like the girl that was the platoon guy, PG, she was always asking me how to do shit. I was like,
Yeah.
got it. I was like
Yeah.
stressing about it so much.
Yeah.
You mess up, just keep going.
Yeah, no one will, whatever.
Nobody will know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the guide in boot camp. I was a squad leader in infantry school and the class leader uh, in MOS school, and it sucks. Like I never liked like we didn't get a
Being
call
the
cadence or
hockey.
anything in boot camp.
Oh,
Like
really?
no, the drill instructors did that, and that's fine because like whatever, that's fine. Uh, you had to call cadence if you were marching with other recruits. So like if there were
Oh,
like 3 or 4 of us where they wasn't a drill instructor, you had to call cadence. But that was I don't know. I always felt awkward and just fuck doing that. I just want to get from point A to point B and like I don't
yo, I fucking love cadence. It made it go by faster. And then like,
whatever. I did well like in boot camp, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. You just want to get from here. You want to be a ninja. You want to get from here to there because if you start drawing attention to yourself, drill instructors are going to come to you. They're going to be like, "Why are you standing out? You're a recruit. Why are you?"
yeah.
And
I think I felt that way too about everything except calling cadence.
yeah,
Because like my drill sergeants liked me because I was good at calling cadence.
yeah,
I don't remember any of the fucking songs anymore though. So don't ask me.
yeah. But when we got to MOS school, like we had to call cadence and stuff like that, and I was just always like, it's never my thing. Like I didn't care enough. Um, but, um, but we had some really good people, and him and I are still we're kind of like I don't know internet friends. We used to like we went to cook school and everything together, but then um we got stationed at Camp Pendleton together, but it wasn't. But we were at different. We were cooking in different areas, so like we saw each other every once in a while. But he uh he used to call cadence, and he would just like yo. He had the fucking voice of an angel, and like we used to call him drill instructor Sergeant Barry. Uh, just because like he just sounded like a drill instructor, and the way he carried himself, and like he just like when we were marching and stuff like that, and he was calling cadence, it was just like it was on another level,
Oh
and it was just insane.
man, it gets pretty hype. I don't know, like in the army, it was like
Yeah.
a fraternity, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we had I picked because you got the guidon bearer. You know what I mean? I picked the biggest dude in our platoon. It's like our guidon has to be higher than everybody else. Let's put that motherfucker up front.
Yeah.
Yo, get that up there.
Yeah. Uh, absolutely. And it's the same thing with like, I did the same thing. I was the class leader, so I the guide on too, and I'm 6'4", like I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
And it was the same type of thing, but oh man, when we were in cook school and we would be running by army, like the army when they were doing their PT, we just kicked it into another gear. And it was cool at first, but then when you run by one platoon running and another and another and another, and it's just like, God, like, come on, like, I'm fucking tired. Like, we have a full day of shit to do, and like, we're basically sprinting and yelling the entire time, and we're half the size of all these army fucking platoons, and it's like, I just want
Yeah.
to like we've already met our quota for running. Like, I just want to go shower and get my shit done.
Yeah.
Like,
Get this shit over with.
absolutely. I don't want to be stuck in this school anymore. Um, nice. 6 weeks of school. Where after that, uh, where did that take you?
So after that, I just came home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I went and met my unit like I think the weekend I came home,
Mm-hmm.
and that like as soon as I got there, dude, I fucking hated it because I've met him before,
Yeah.
but I was like not a soldier. You know what I mean? Like now I was a soldier, and I was like I had this certain expectation, and like I drilled with them for one weekend. I was like, I want to fucking leave. I want to go active duty or something.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah. Now, did they just not give a fuck? Is that what it is?
It's just, man, me and my army buddies, we always talk about this because like we're all in the same unit together, all my reserve homies, and yeah, we just like we figured out that the reason why we all kind of like didn't re up is because our unit sucked the hua out of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was just like
absolutely.
it's just like on like just bullshit you have to do. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
just just stupid classes, and then like the army's computer system sucks, and then Like they don't have any cool missions, and if you go on a mission, it's like always like the officers and shit, and then um yeah, it was just just sitting around doing a lot of nothing for a weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's active duty pretty much wrapped up in itself. You basically you do your job and then you sit around and do nothing. Like in between, officers get credit for fucking all your hard work, and you do a bunch of bullshit. Like we used to, we'd go to work. So like we worked 7 days a week. We had because you got to eat every day.
Mm-hmm.
Chow's up every day,
Yeah.
and so it would be like you'd work half a day. So you'd get up at 04 and then you would work till like 1100, something like that. And then from then you would do training and then you'd get off at like 1500,
Mm-hmm.
1600 maybe. And then the next day you would come in at uh 10, like 1000, 1030, you know. And then that's how the schedule was. But like you would PT before that on the days that you came in later, or like you get off work and you'd have to like police call around the fucking chow hall, and it's like people just like throw their cigarette butts in the like the parking lot, shit like that. Even though there's a fucking trash can over there,
Yeah.
it's a lot of just bullshit. Period. I don't care what your MOS is. There's a lot of bullshit. But a
Yeah.
unit can make or break you 100%.
Oh yeah.
hundred
Yeah.
percent.
And the thing was too, like I mean, I was pretty hula, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'd get like a, 100 and something on my PT test or whatever, like 300 or something. I think the max I got was like 311. And then
Yeah.
um like I went from like being a E1 to a specialist in a year because I got a waiver. And
Yeah.
then I was a squad leader. And then like then they sent me to Guatemala
Yeah.
for on a mission, which that was a lot of fun. And I think after I got back from Guatemala, I was just like, I don't want to do shit but KP from now on, like kitchen patrol, because
Yeah.
you got to hang out in the kitchen with the cooks and fucking you gotta do it like out of doing all the bullshit, all the stupid fucking classes they make you do.
No, you got lucky because like as cooks, uh, it sucks because like a lot of times we would go out on to the field or whatever,
Mm,
and we'd have some gung ho fucking master guns or some gung ho E7 E8 that's with the infantry that are like, oh, you come with us, you guys come with us. It's like, well, what the fuck do you mean? Like y'all got up at fucking 06. I've been up since 04, like cooking, and
yeah,
then I cleaned up, and then like and then now you guys are ready to go, and I haven't even eaten chow yet. Like, yo,
yeah.
what the fuck? And you want me to go on you with a 10-mile fucking hump? What the fuck?
The fucked up part about in our unit was like our cooks weren't even cooks. They were nutrition specialists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were the guys that like made diets for patients that
Yeah.
needed to like be on a special diet. They weren't even really cooks.
Yeah.
They got fucking suckered into cooking for everybody.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works out,
Mm.
especially. So now talking about these missions, so you went to one on in Guatemala. What
Oh yeah,
yeah, tell us
Guatemala.
tell us about that. How was that?
That was it was a lot of fun to be honest. A lot of work though, because I think I was the one of the lowest enlisted. It was like me and like two other people that were specialists, so
Yeah.
we were working our fucking asses off.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it was a lot of fun though. We just they set up like a little makeshift clinic and just like treated Guatemalans.
Yeah.
Um, the weather is crazy over there. Like it's either like super fucking humid or it's cold,
Yeah.
and like you're in the middle of the goddamn jungle. So you know, like so when it rains in Guatemala, and it rains like four times a day. Like the streets that people walk on, they're designed to turn into rivers. So
Oh
everything
wow.
goes down like downhill into the ocean. And
Yeah.
yeah, it rained a lot. And then And then like this one time it rained so much that the fucking street turned into a river and it started like sweeping away, like literally sweeping people away
Oh
down the
wow.
fucking mountain. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And it's to think like, I mean, to think that it gets so bad in some places that like there's a potential of being washed away. Like you're just walking
Yeah,
down the
man.
street and then all of a sudden it's just like gotcha, bitch, and like
Bro,
now you're 400 feet, down the road, on a water slide and shit. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, fuck, it was a culture shock. Like, I thought there was places in America that were bad. Fuck, go to Guatemala, look at this little shack villages they make,
Yeah.
and it's like, man, we got it good over here.
Oh yeah, I did 2 tours in Iraq. I've seen just like I've seen people live in like squalor. Like it's insane,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
they have no like that's they have no choice. That's just how
Yeah,
it is. Like this is how it is.
that's
Like
all they know too. You know.
absolutely. Yeah, so we look at it and we're like that's one thing um that's one thing that I personally like I don't like too much about, like America is a lot of people take shit for granted that people have it worse, like I see people complain, like throwing fits or like sad because they don't have like the new iPhone or
Oh
whatnot. And
yeah.
I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Like I've seen people who have like plastic bottles tied to their shoe, like to their feet as shoes. Like what are you complaining for? Like you got roof over your head, food in your
Mhm.
stomach. You have a phone. Like what the?
For real, bro.
These people don't like you have a TV. They I've been in some villages that have a TV.
One TV, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody will watch that, but mostly radios and stuff like that. It's like you should be you should be very grateful for what you have.
Mhm.
100%.
Bro, for real. And it was like there was like armed guards at the McDonald's in Guatemala.
Oh
Like
wow.
dudes walking around with shotguns and shit. I was like, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, it's
But I'll
insane.
tell you right now, dude, the best fucking chicken I ever ate in my life was some street chicken in Guatemala. I'm gonna tell you right now. Made
Nice.
on like the front bumper, like the grill of a car.
Yeah.
This guy was making chicken. And
Yeah.
people were like, don't eat the food, you're gonna get worms. Like, bro, I'm eating the food.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I don't care. I'm eating the food. People did get sick though.
Oh,
That's
of course.
unfortunate. You know,
Yeah,
weak,
it's
weak,
oh,
weak stomachs. You know, they're not built for it.
you know, weak.
Yeah,
Flush them out of the gene pool.
yeah. They don't last.
uh but yeah, like like same thing when I was in Iraq, like there were guys, so um we had these people who they worked around base, like fixing up like concertina wire and fences and picking up trash, filling up sandbags. We called them the Blue Man Group because
Oh, yeah.
they yeah, they were in blue jumpsuits. Uh Bright blue jumpsuits, so you can't miss, like you see them that they're there, and we had to escort them around and stuff. And they lived in a little area on base, and like legit they made such good food. And you would go over there and they would like have a shopping cart, like they just cut the grill part off, and
Mm,
they had broken pallets, and that's how they cooked food.
hell yeah,
But it was good.
dude.
It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the best Domino's pizza I've had is in Guatemala, by far, because they make it
Okay.
with goat cheese, and it's so fucking good.
Yeah,
They don't use re- they don't
hard
use
pass.
regular they don't use regular cheese in Guatemala because of mad cow disease.
Yeah.
So
Nah. Hard pass on the goat cheese
no, give it a try,
Dominoes.
bro. You don't like good food?
Good food? I do like good
Greek,
food. That's
bro.
why I'll give
Greek,
it a
bro.
pass.
Greek food.
Oh,
That's all
Greek
it is.
food?
It's just
Yeah.
steak with lamb with goat cheese on it.
Yeah. I mean, mm, I don't know. No thanks. I think that's too much goat cheese for me. I don't know. Uh okay, so did you go how long were you in Guatemala for?
I was there for like 2 months. Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
a long time. It was fun though, like because like it's a humanitarian mission, so you can't like have a gun. So I had like armed guards following me around and shit, and I was like, I want to go to town, and then like they'd come with me to town. These little like Guatemalan guys, because they're not very tall over there. So I'm like
Yeah.
tall, and then there's like these two guys chase following me around with their guns. But
Yeah, like
yeah,
Willy
they were
Wonka
chill.
and some Oompa
Yeah,
Loompas.
yeah, they were chill. And then yeah, we stayed on in a Guatemalan barracks, like the army barracks, and
Yeah,
the Guatemalan soldiers are cool. They
nice,
like we played basketball with them and stuff, and um yeah, it was chill. It was cool.
nice. That's
Um,
awesome. Yeah,
just in the fucking forest or the rain or the rainforest is the only thing that sucked about it.
yeah.
But other than that, it was cool.
Now, did you see any like when I think of rainforest, I think of like big ass fucking spiders and like snakes and shit like that. Did you see any of that type of stuff?
No, honestly, no. I think it's because it rains so goddamn much over there, you know?
Yeah,
And like we weren't trucking it through the rainforest. We were like, oh, we were like in the towns, but
yeah,
we take like a car through the rainforest.
yeah. Yeah.
So we weren't like walking through the rainforest, but
Eh,
um,
What was the
I,
coolest thing that you saw or that you did when you were in Guatemala?
fuck, uh, I think just like the landscape was really cool,
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah. I bet it was
and then
beautiful.
coolest thing was fuck, dude. I don't even know what kind of gun it was. It was like a submachine gun, but it was like it looked super high tech. And like one of the Guatemalan police was carrying it around. And he let me shoot it, and
Hey,
I don't even know what the fuck it was, dude.
it was fun. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun.
That's all that matters.
I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
got to shoot that. That was pretty fun. And then just yeah, um, they had like a little like shack, like a little like kind of like a bar on the base, but they
Yeah.
didn't serve like alcohol. They give you like a Coke and like snacks and stuff.
Mm,
We'd always chill there and like uh just like play fucking card games or like
yeah.
Monopoly and stuff. All of us American soldiers with the Guatemalan soldiers. That was chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, trying to think. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of hard work though, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I beat
Like,
Dark Souls 1 while I was there.
the fuck? I wasn't expecting
So,
that, but yo,
yeah,
all right. Different times, different times. And
different time.
nobody was playing Dark
Well,
Souls when I was in Iraq. We were playing Dark Souls in real life.
yeah, IRL Dark
Yeah,
Souls.
IRL Dark Souls. Hell yeah.
Buddy, like, well, not my buddy, but we became friends. He brought a gaming laptop with him. He was like communication expert, so he didn't do shit but sit there on the radio. He was playing Dark Souls and shit. So when
Yeah.
we go back to the barracks, I'm like, yo, let me get on Dark Souls. And it's like, all right, here you go.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, it
those are
was
some good
fun.
memories.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, when I so like I think when you're in a situation like that, you just kind of have to find the beauty in it. Like when I was in Iraq, we were outside of Ramadi, and the way Ramadi is set up is fucking dumb. The base is down here, and the city's up here, so like
Oh shit.
it's fucking dumb.
Oh yeah, they
Blows
got
my
the high
mind.
ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Ramadi does have a high ground, and so like we were one of my favorite things to do is I worked at a class 1 while I was there, and I would climb on the roof and like early in the morning, like sun's barely coming up, and I used to smoke cigarettes, which don't do it, kids, it's bad for you. Don't do it.
Yeah, cigarettes are
Uh
disgusting.
yeah, you'll never you'll want cigarettes for the rest of your life, so don't do it. And so I sat on the roof and I'd smoke a cigarette, and as the sun came up, and as when the sun comes up, they pray, and in the cities they have loudspeakers that play the prayer over the loudspeakers. So I would just sit there. The sun's coming up. They're playing that music or their morning prayer. I'm just having a cigarette, just like taking it all in. Like it's an experience that like you got to find the beauty in places like that, because that shit sucked. Like as soon as the sun came up, it was like fucking it's like a million degrees outside. It's like an oven.
Oh yeah. I think for me too, like going off of that in the army, like before I joined the army, I never really liked people, you know what I mean? But when I
Yeah,
got in the army, it's like everywhere I went, I met somebody that was like, okay, you know. And like one saying that I heard from one of my leaders in the army was, you know, the Marines they have their guns, the Air Force has their planes, and the Navy has their ships, and the Army has their people. And that always stuck with me because I always made like really good friends
yeah,
everywhere I went. in the army.
Yeah. Uh, I like. I kind of have like. I didn't like people beforehand. I guess. I don't fucking like people now. Like regular people, fuck no. Like I get along with vets,
Yeah,
uh, more than anything else. You know, there's some civilians that are very, very cool people, but like just takes a different type of person.
yeah.
For sure. All right, so you were in Guatemala for a few months, just hanging out, doing that. Did anything crazy happen while you're over there? Yeah.
Oh, bro, I watched somebody get their arm chopped off.
Oh shit! Oh
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, I don't know, he stole something or I don't know. Um, but the fucked up part is like, we're soldiers,
Yeah,
but we literally can't do anything because it's a humanitarian mission. So
it'd be an international incident.
yeah, it would be your now it's like war. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
I don't
that's
know, but
crazy.
yeah, this guy was like, I guess he stole something, and you guys fucking arm machine, So
Boy, oh boy, I wasn't
yeah,
expecting that. Like,
yeah, that's the craziest thing I saw. And then the armed guards at Guadam or the fucking McDonald's was kind of like a culture shock to me. And then
yeah,
yeah, just like and then like at the airport because you're like a nationalist or whatever, like you're not from the country and you're like a soldier, so you have to like be escorted. So like you're at the airport and you got like this this big ass dude like pulled me out, like not pulled me out, but he like opened like this car door I was in and like was like walking me out. It was kind of like a bodyguard situation.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
he's like doing that for everybody, and it's like, oh, this is crazy.
You in the VIP treatment for sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's great. Yeah, going through like I went through customs.
Oh, fuck customs, bro. I fucking hate
Oh boy,
customs.
I went through customs in Kuwait, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. And they were like, open your stuff and dump you have to dump whatever you're taking out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I opened my bag and I dumped everything out. This is how customs went. The guy was like, all right, you're good to go. I'm like, what? You didn't even look through like nothing. You just like you didn't even open any of like my toilet bag. Like I could have fucking bricks of cocaine in there. Like you didn't even like you just like
Yeah, they'll take it from you when you get back to America.
yeah. Well, those are the bags we took with us on the plane.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, cuz
We had
well,
people bringing like coffee and shit through customs, and
yeah.
they let them take it, honestly, which is kind of like one of the things they say you can't take through customs
Yeah.
is plants and shit.
Well, the smart people mailed shit back. I mailed like a big ass fucking footlocker of everything. I only carried one sea bag with me, and that was just shit that like I had to have with me. Then extra camis, clothes, um, like shit here and there that I had to have with me, just in case, like my Gore-Tex, that type of
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
because you never
yeah.
know. So it was just
I
stuff that
fuck,
I needed then and there.
yeah, yeah. I
It was
fucking lost my Gore-Tex and I fucking hate myself for it, dude.
my Gore-Tex doesn't fit anymore.
I love my dude. I love that fucking coat. I
Yeah.
mean, I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. Somebody probably stole it from me.
Yeah, I have mine. It doesn't fit anymore. And that's the thing I really hate about the military is like I'm 6'4" and my max weight was 220 or
Hmm.
it was 225. That was my max weight I could be. Like I could stick my fingers through my ribs and stuff. Like it was nasty.
Dude, when I got out of basic, I was like, so I'm 5'11",
Hmm.
and I was
Oh,
a
just a
hundred.
wee lad.
I was 130 pounds when I
Yeah,
got out of basic, and then God, I was like, fuck, dude, I was tiny. I was like skin and bone,
yeah,
but I could run like a motherfucker, and like you're like built to like pass the PT test pretty much.
yeah.
But and then when I got home, I started lifting, and I got up from 120 to like after like 2 or 3 years of just working out, lifting nonstop, I was 220. And then
Mhm.
that was like my peak. That was like, this is the strongest I've ever been.
Yeah.
Peak male, peak Derek performance. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, that
then
that peak D.
and then it plummeted swiftly when I had a child.
Yeah, I feel that one. Like when I graduated boot camp, I was like 180, 185, and I was okay. And then I went to Iraq, and I was like fucking. I looked like I could have been in 300. Like
Mm.
we just worked out and fucking
Dude, what else is there to fucking do? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, absolutely. We worked out and we did some crazy shit and did some, rocking and rolling, and that was it.
Yeah.
Then I came back, I got in a car accident. I blew a disc in my back, and it just was like,
Mm.
you know, still strong, just can't do. Just old now.
Yeah. I'm still pretty strong too. I'm
Yeah,
getting old. You know.
yeah, absolutely. I can't be as strong as I once was. It's because physically, getting too old for it. Getting too old to do that dedication for it. All right, all right, Guatemala. So you come back to the States. Did you go on any other adventures?
No, other like so this is what I meant about my unit was like sucking the life out of me. So after I got back from Guatemala,
Yeah,
it was just like nothing because like when you're in the reserves, you have a set amount of days you can go and like do cool shit. You know what I mean? They're called like because like it's called annual training, AT days, and they like took away missions to like focus on War X because they're like, oh, we're gonna fucking deploy, and I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna deploy. I'm down for War X. So we just like went to California for the
hmm
next couple of years doing War X, which was God, man, it was like it was fun because you're with your friends, but it sucked at the same time because like
yeah,
fuck, dude, it was like you're just in the California heat, dying. Everybody was fucking like because we didn't have like the proper gear too, like AC units and shit. And like, I think the last good um War X we had was like 2017,
yeah.
where we actually had everything set up to where we weren't fucking having to die in the sun.
Boy, must be nice.
So
AC.
all I'm saying is, I remember this one time, my buddy, he's like, I'm gonna go lay down in the tent for a minute. He went
Mhm.
in there, laid down in the tent, and I had to go get his ass because it was so hot in the tent. I was like, man, you're gonna die in here. And he was like, woke him up and he's like just dripping with sweat. And I was like, come on, let's go outside, get you some water or something, because
Yeah,
you can't sleep in here, bro. You're gonna fall out.
yeah. I had some shit. I had some shit like that happen where we were in Yuma, Arizona. The entire time I was there, it didn't get under 100 degrees, and my staff sergeant was like, "Go get PFC or Lance Corporal such and such." All right, good to go. I go. I find him. He's got his boonie over his head. He's sitting there doing this, leaning up against
Mm.
some sandbags and stuff. I kick him. I'm like, "Hey, staff sergeant's looking for you." No response. And I mean, like, in the Marine Corps, like when you sleep, a lot of times people are just you're that's it, you're out. Like if you're tired,
Mhm.
especially when you're in the field doing bullshit, kick him again, and he just slumps over, and I took his boonie off, and like he's fucking like you could just tell he's not in a good spot, scooped him up, and I know where the corpsman's tent is, and I just start running that direction, fucking carrying him, and I'm like, Doc, and you just see like I'm running, and you just see all these heads just poke out of everywhere, like as soon as you yell Doc, like all the corpsmen are just like, so
Yeah,
so
what's going
someone
on?
said Doc, and like, people are running to me, and then one guy's like yelling, get an ice bath, call a hell, like they're just, like doing all this stuff, and I'm carrying this guy, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? He's like, just bring him this way. I'm like, all right, cool. I set him down, and I just take a step back. They start cutting his clothes off, and I'm like, and they're like, he just like, I'm like, they got, what do I do? And he's like, talk to him. I'm like, well, I don't fucking know this guy.
Yeah,
Like we're in the same unit, but like he's new here. Like I
yeah,
don't really know him.
it's not my
And
platoon.
well, we're in the same unit. Like we're both cooks. He's new, and we're on different watches. I didn't know him. And so I'm just like, oh, like trying to talk to him. Like he's got kids. So then I, start talking about kid stuff. Like my son was 1 at that point. Maybe, maybe a little younger. I don't know. But, he, I was just trying to talk to him, about his kids, about, deployments and stuff like that. And like, he's just like, he's fucking done. Like he's unresponsive. Like he's not like even making like grunty noises or anything like that. they got an IV in him, and
Hmm.
like I said, I'm a big guy, and the Corbin goes like he goes to like pick him up, and he like picks him up a little bit, and then he sets him back down. He's like, he's like, pick him up, put him in the ice bath, and I'm like, all right, like, oh, I got you, man, and and then he's like, just talk to him, try to get him, just talk about anything, and like legit, they so like we put him in the ice bath, and then he was kind of like, then he started like like you put him in the ice bath and he starts moving a little, like, and they had to life flight him out of there, and they but it was a scary time because like you don't like I don't know how long he was out there sitting in the sun, but like that shit's fucking scary as
Oh,
fuck.
dude, fucking
Absolutely.
the heat will kill you. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
absolutely, it'll roast you live.
Yeah, so we did a bunch of Warx shit for till I got out, pretty much.
Now what's Warex? What's that?
It's like war games. Like you just build a hospital, and then we have like these people that come in and like pretend that we're getting like a mascal event, and they like bring in all these actors and stuff. It was fun. Like some things were fun about it, but I would much rather have gone and do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like there was like I think yeah, like the last year we did War X, and then yeah, they brought like a helicopter in with some helicopter pilots, like warrant officers and shit,
nice.
and they let us like get in the helicopter and fly around in it and stuff. And then
That's pretty sick.
yeah, and yeah, other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean it was fun like doing like the pretending to like shoot people with blanks and stuff, and like and troop movements and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And then, yeah, other than that, I mean, it was just training stuff, just in the field
sure.
after from like nonstop after that. And we never deployed, so
Did excuse me, did you enjoy being out in the field?
I, yeah, a part of me liked it and a part of me hated it because like a lot of it was like, because like it would have been cool if it was like it was like planned out and it was like okay, this is the plan and this is what we're doing. But there's always those like super hula motherfuckers that want to be like go above and beyond. You know what I mean? It's like why are we expending all this extra energy to do like this stupid pocketbook training that nobody cares about?
Yeah,
And then, but yeah, other like being in the field is just like you're just hanging with your friends. We play like Dungeons and Dragons and shit. We played like all kinds of card games, and then we like just bullshit, just chill
yeah,
out in the little tent barracks that we build, and just listen to music, hang out, share snacks and shit.
yeah. We had different experiences in the
I was
field.
I was in a medical unit, and the thing is too, like, if you're like a medical unit, you have doctors and shit. They're like captains and majors. You want to bunk with those guys because
Oh
like
yeah, you're
they
gonna
want to
get
be
everything.
cool. They want to be cool with you. You know what I mean? But then a sergeant's not gonna run in and be like, "Hey, shut the fuck up," because there's a captain sleeping in here with us or
Yeah,
hanging out with
yeah,
us.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So,
If the captain's hanging out and playing fucking D&D, like no
yeah, for real.
sergeant's gonna be like, "Hey, shut." Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
for real, man.
My bad. Have a good night, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. Nice. Okay, so now how long were you in the reserves for?
I was in the reserves for 6 years, and then I was uh just inactive reserve
Yeah.
for 2 years. So,
Okay. Nice. So you went to Guam, you went to California. Did you go anywhere else with your reserve unit?
um, trying to think. No, man, I just went to uh Oklahoma, Texas, Guatemala,
Hmm.
uh, California, goddamn desert, and
Yeah. Uh, did you
other
guys
than
do
that,
anything cool as a reserve unit?
like that I wasn't involved in.
Yeah, like you were involved in. Like I don't give a
Oh,
shit about what they do when you're not there. Like I don't care. Like I don't care about that.
like I mean, I wish to the only thing I wish we would have done is like deploy. You know what I mean? Because we did
Yeah.
war for like God, we did it like 4 years in a row, and we never deployed or nothing, and then like me and my buddies always talk about it, and it's like the unit doesn't even exist anymore. They like split it up into a bunch of little units, and like they're not doing shit either. So
Yeah. Well, coming from somebody who's deployed, multiple times, it's not always cracked up to what it is. I'm not saying I didn't want to deploy because like I had a good experience. I had bad experiences too, but I mean it's some shit that like depending on when you deploy, where you deploy, what your job is, like it's not always easy, and I hate the stigma that people in the military have that oh, you didn't deploy, so like whatever. What you did doesn't matter, or people think less of people because they didn't deploy. But I know
mhm.
people who deployed who didn't do fuck all. They didn't do anything. Okay, you deployed, but what, like, if you want to be like, oh, I deployed. Okay, well, what'd you do when you deployed? Oh, nothing? Oh, okay. So you did the same thing that you did stateside, uh, like in another country. So like, what do you mean? Like, why are you judging other people?
Yeah,
It, and at the same time too, like deploying's hard. Like I'm not just talking about psychologically from or physically from just having to constantly, time zone changes and new culture and new this and new that, but like mentally it's different. And you have to put yourself in a different frame of mind, and some people can never revert back, like that's
oh
why,
yeah,
veteran that's why there's a high suicide rate by veterans because they can never they turn that switch on and they can never turn it off. Um, and but also at the same time too, like that's a strain on like people, from a family point of view. You know, that's why there's a lot of divorces in the military.
yeah.
Uh, like absent parents, type stuff. So deployment's not all it's cracked up to be. It can be
Yeah,
fun. You can make memories, but don't. I know a lot of vets who beat themselves up about it. They're like, "Well, I didn't I feel like my service didn't mean as much because I never deployed." Like, I know guys who deployed who shit hit the fan and they fucking cowered. They hid. Like we had to pick up that slack. So like deployments aren't for everybody, and just because you went on a deployment doesn't mean shit. Like it doesn't
yeah. I
mean.
always call my Guatemala trip a deployment,
Yeah,
but
absolutely. It's definitely it's a different it's a deployment for sure. Like being on a ship, that's a deployment. Going to Guatemala is a deployment. Doing I talked with ATO Monster, and he went to Romania. That's a deployment.
oh shit, yeah,
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. I know a guy, Tony. Him and his wife went to Germany. That's a deployment. You know, when you're away from your main base, it's you're deployed
Mhm.
straight up. I know a guy in he's in England. He's deployed in England. But I mean, that's still, deployment. But at the same time, too, I don't want to like talk bad, but like it's a different type of deployment. It's not a
Yeah,
like a combat type deployment.
yeah. I definitely I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There really is a stigma for like combat deployments, and then oh, you weren't deployed into a combat zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What the fuck? Like that doesn't mean you're like. And
I'm not combat MOS. What do you mean, bro?
well, I mean, I wasn't a combat MOS either, but at the same time, it doesn't like that doesn't that's not a measuring stick of your military service. I don't feel like it is.
I agree with you, 100%.
Yeah, because like just because you like, well, because you were in a combat zone does not mean that you're better than anybody else. It depends on the type of person you are. I know a lot of guys who are in combat that are shitbags, big old giant piles of shit. But because they were in combat doesn't make them better than anybody else. They're still pieces of shit, 100%. I know guys who never deployed and they're amazing human beings or people. I don't want to say guys. I say guys as a general term, but service people. So, um, but what I was referring to when I was asking, about your unit, like, did you guys See, and I always find it fascinating by reservists, because you guys have the opportunity to do shit that like active duty doesn't do. Like, did you guys ever do like, um, did you ever do any like parades, or did you talk at schools, or did you um do anything like that? Community stuff, like that stuff to me is like is amazing, because that shit right there, going and talking at a school, will influence a child's life forever. You know what I mean?
Um, yeah, my unit didn't do it, but I've done a
Yeah,
couple. Like we have a lilac parade for, and then we have like a veteran float, and I've
yeah.
marched in it a couple times.
It's fucking amazing. That's great. Like that shit, that stuff right there will change some little kid's life forever, because they'll look at like those are those moments where a lot of kids are like, when I was 10 years old, I saw these guys marching in a parade, and I wanted to be that guy. Like, and that's life changing.
Yeah, true though. I mean, I never thought of it like that,
Absolutely.
But
That
I know veterans because I work at the VA, and some of them do like they go out to like the VA, the veteran cemetery and like pull guard duty and shit, or
Yeah,
like clean them up and stuff. So
yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
sure there's some of them that go to schools and talk to kids and stuff. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff you can do in the community as a veteran.
Oh, 100%. I'm a life member of the VFW. Um and we did shit like that all the time. Not so much at this new post where I am currently, but at my last post, I mean, we did lots of stuff for the community. Talked at schools, did all sorts of shit like that. But yeah, and so that goes to my next part. As a veteran now, like what kind of stuff do you what do you get into? Are you part of any of the American Legion, VFW, uh are like oh shit, I can't remember what those other organizations are, but like the Army, whatever, veteran organizations.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Honestly, like I didn't know about the benefits you can get as a veteran
Yeah,
until I started working at the VA. So I'm starting to like
yeah,
learn about it and like trying to get involved and stuff. But
absolutely.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to.
Also, like I know I brought this up. I don't necessarily talk to chat while we're doing these, but if you're a veteran and you're not taking advantage of your VA benefits, fuck's wrong with you? Go Monday
Yeah,
morning, call a VSO, a veteran service officer. There's one. Google it. Look for a VSO. Fill in the blank where you live. Call them up. Talk to them. Schedule an appointment and get your benefits. You earned them. You deserve them. Do it.
yeah.
Do it. All right. Now,
What you said.
sorry, chat. Yeah, we'll come back to you later. But, so okay, so you're not part of that now. So you work in the VA. How did it come? Like, how did you get into the VA? Like, how did you get into the VA from being in the Army? So, Army, how did you transition into uh the VA?
Oh, yeah. So like when I was a reservist, I never worked like my army job in civilian world. You
Yeah,
know, I was like working blue collar shit. I
sure.
was a machinist for a while, and I worked at like a foundry, like making ingots and shit.
Nice.
And then I was like, dude, I was like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
It's hard
I
work.
did this shit in the army. I could do it in real life.
Yeah.
Well, not real life, but in the civilian.
Yeah, yeah, civilian
So
world.
I just applied, and
Yeah, the real world.
then just got the job. So
Yeah. How do you like working at the VA?
I'd see the VA gets a bad rap, but our VA is, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they, it's a nice place, and the veterans are happy when they leave, and I love helping veterans and
Must be your
hearing,
VA then.
hearing their stories and stuff, and
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. The VA, I feel like it all depends on the VA. I've had a real good VA. I had a really good doctor. I had a really good uh, facility. And I've had some real bad ones, like
yeah,
real bad VAs. So I think it depends on location and staff too. I've been treated like a person, and then I've been treated like they tried to treat me like I was still in the military. And I even had to talk to a nurse too, like just the way they were talking to me. I said, "Excuse me, I'm a person. I'm not in the military. I'm like, are you? I'm not active duty. Like, are you in the military? Like, no. I'm like, well, if you were never in the military, don't treat me like that.
Yeah,
You might.
I agree with you. It definitely depends on like the people, and we've spoke about this before. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
they have to have a certain like mentality. Like you got to want to help veterans.
Yeah,
You can't
absolutely.
work at the VA and not want to help veterans.
Yeah,
Why the fuck are you working there? You know what I mean?
it can't
It's
be
like
just a nine
why
to five job.
it's like working with kids. Why you working with? You have to be want to work with kids.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Not
absolutely.
to compare veterans to kids, but
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
specific group of individuals. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, it's a different. Yeah, like it's a different group of individuals. You have to want to. You have to want to make a difference. You can't just be in here and like I'm just collecting a paycheck. Because
Yeah,
if you do that, I think a lot of people do that, and that's why they work at the VA for benefits, for the VA benefits, because it's a government job, and but they give two shits about like the individuals, you know. And I get not like having a first name basis rapport with every single person who comes in. That's physically and mentally and emotionally exhausting because you don't go to the VA because you're in peak physical condition.
yeah,
You go there because some shit's fucked up. And
yeah,
so, like, I understand that, but you still have to treat people with a level of respect and kindness, you know?
yeah. See, like for me, it's I work in primary care, so it's just like annual visit or like you need like a referral to go to like a podiatry or some shit. But
Sure.
I have some veterans I talk to like almost every day. And we're
Yeah.
like on a first name basis, like
Yeah.
and like when they come in, I'm like the person that I walk them out and like schedule their appointments for them and shit.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I mean I love my job. I don't know if I'm gonna work that job at the VA for my whole life, but
Yeah.
I I like being at the VA and
Yeah.
uh
Pays the
definitely
bills.
like helping veterans and stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I've got this rash. I'll have to show you later. Just
Yeah, I'll send it to my doctor.
yeah.
Hey, it's funny because like my doctor's
Yeah.
name is Doctor
Is
Doctor
what?
Shill. His name
Oh,
is Doctor Shill, and it's kind of like almost like where I went to basic training
yeah.
at.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. All right. Uh, so I like to ask this question of everybody, but what was, um, what was your favorite moment when you were in the
Mm.
military? Like this moment you think about that this is the best, like the best moment you ever had when you were there.
Oh man, gosh, probably just like you know, it's just like a collection of memories. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
because I have like these 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 two or three battle buddies that
Yeah.
we did everything together in the army. So it's Ben, Darian, well, Ben and Darian, so 2 battle buddies.
Yeah.
We did everything together, so, like, all the memories I made with them, lifelong friends, so
Nice.
it's
Nice.
a collection of memories, so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
they let me go to Guatemala by myself, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we're not going. You can have fun." Like, "Okay."
It makes sense. Guatemala's not for everybody.
Yeah, Guatemala's not for
Yeah. Absolutely. Um. All right. Well. Um. Let's go ahead and I know chat's been, like I don't. I want to reiterate this, like, not necessarily ignoring chat, but I am ignoring chat because we're focusing on stories and what Derek was, what he did and stuff. But I mean, if anybody has any questions related to uh, Derek and his stories and or are curious about like that type of stuff, feel free to ask now. Like I said, that have to pertain to him and his story because I've had to I've gotten some off the wall questions before about
this is the last time too. Never
yeah.
gonna be the last time
Yeah.
again.
Cuz I've had people ask questions about like aliens and stuff and I mean that's funny, but like then I've had people ask questions about the military like conspiracy theories or this and that and I'm like, "Look, what does that
Okay.
have to do with like
Yeah, I can't answer those questions, I'm
yeah,
sorry. I
just
have to have been there.
secret clearance doesn't mean I know everything about like
I can't tell you, it's a need to know basis.
yeah, yeah. I need to check your credentials, please.
Yeah.
But while some people are potentially chatting or typing or whatever, we'll go ahead and plug some of your stuff. You're a streamer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I stream. I'm a variety streamer. Stream everything from just chilling, watching YouTube videos, and uh, you know some high speed Apex gaming.
A
But yeah. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays right now. Um, Tuesdays is 2 hour, usually 2 to 3 hour stream of like a single player game, and then sometimes I'll throw in something to do with everybody, like community stream or something.
Mhm.
Fridays long stream. It just depends on whatever we're feeling. I got my Discord, the Loco Grove. Usually keep up to date in there and tell everybody what I'm doing or what they feel like we should do. And then Saturdays we do D&D, baby. Every week D&D.
That's right. That shit's fucking
Yeah,
fun.
either Saturday or Sundays, and then
Absolutely.
1 p.m. Um, Tuesday and Friday it's 9 p.m.
Mhm.
Pacific, and
Yeah.
then D is 1 p.m. Pacific.
And all of those links will be in the description of this video on YouTube. Now I'm looking at the camera. On YouTube, all of his stuff will be in the description, like his Discord, his Twitch, his Twitter, his TikTok, YouTube. Do you still use your YouTube?
Yeah, you can put my YouTube on there. I'm gonna start
YouTube,
posting on there again.
all that type of stuff. So if you're watching this in the future, go check his channel out right now. Go drop a follow right now. If you're watching this in the present, go. Why did I look at the other camera? It's just the same camera. If you're watching this in the present, go to his channel, drop a follow. Because I play in that D&D game, so you'll be able to
Yeah,
see me. And
yeah.
speaking of Apex, August 6th, that kid named D and
Oh,
VOP Gaming are going to be in an Apex tournament together.
let's go.
Sponsored by somebody or other. I don't know.
Nine Realms,
Yeah.
sponsored by Nine Realms.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so
And
we're gonna crush it. We're gonna take
yo, we're
over.
gonna get cracked. All right, that's what the kids say. You get cracked.
Get
Yo,
cranking 90s.
yeah, we're gonna crack 90s. I have no fucking clue what that means, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna crack 90s.
Cranking.
It is gonna be August 6th, 1 p.m. PST, on both of our channels. And we're gonna fucking win this tournament, even though I don't fucking play Apex. I don't even have the game downloaded right now. But yeah, we're gonna go in there. All right, so we've got a question. Allie wants to know, what was the proudest moment for you while you were in the military?
Oh, probably. Gosh, what the fuck's it? I got an award. I think it's the Army Achievement Award.
Okay,
I guess it's like the best award you can get in the Army Reserves. So
nice,
I got
nice.
that award. You get
What'd you
it for
get?
like it's like you don't miss drill like
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
so long, and then pass all your PT tests and
Hmm. So
go
you
above and
basically do what you're supposed to do.
you do the bare minimum, and then you go above and beyond somehow. So I got that. I think
Nice.
no, I don't think that's I think getting specialist in a year was my proudest moment because
Yeah,
I had to get a waiver, and then I had to, you know, that's when I was like super hua, like
yeah,
first year getting back with my unit. I was like, I'm gonna
yeah,
change this unit. We're gonna be, you know.
yeah. Absolutely. Well, and that's like, and it sounds corny as fuck, but uh, if you want to change it, you got to change it from the inside. You got to
Yep.
be, you have to make change from the inside if you really want it to change. So, and that's pretty sad that they like units do that to you because like I was fucking gung ho as fuck. I was motivated as fuck when I was in the
Dude,
Marine
I was
Corps, and and then my unit left me in Iraq, and that's what killed my fucking spirit right then and there. Like when I volunteered to go to Ramadi, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll send you a replacement after you get this unit set up," and then they went back to America and left me there. That's when I was like, and I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And they're like, "Well, it'd be too expensive for us to come get you." I
oh
said, "What
wow.
the fuck?
They just
What?"
left you in a foreign country?
They did. They left me in a foreign country with a different unit.
That's
Uh,
fucked up.
and they were like, "You just come back with them." I'm like, "What the fuck? Like I've been here like 7 months, 8 months already. They've only
Yeah.
been here like 2 months. Like, you telling me I gotta fucking wait another 8 months? I like, all right, bet. Don't worry about it. I was just on my
Wow.
like I came back to America and I was on my OFP. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means your own fucking program. And I just did I showed up to work. But like I just did whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Oh my god, dude, that's so funny you said OFP because like, so there's this my coworker is her husband's in the uh was in the Marine Corps,
Yeah.
and she said OFP to me, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? She's
Yeah.
like, own fucking
Own
program.
fucking program.
I was like, that was pretty much because I don't
My
know that.
man. Yeah, he knows what
I
I'm
don't
talking
know that
about.
shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Ali, it is a perfect attendance award. So you got the
But
Army's
I
perfect
changed
attendance
I
award.
changed my answer. So my proudest moment is specialist in a year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's too late. Perfect attendance. That's what everyone will know you. You were never tardy. You're never
I
tardy.
was definitely tardy. I show up to drill fucking hammered, bro.
Yeah,
Some nights
yeah. But you
I'd
were
roll
there.
in I'd roll in at 7:55.
Hell
Formation's
yeah.
at 8.
Hell
Just
yeah.
hammered in formation, just falling out. Just
Yo, absolutely. Nice. Anything okay, anything else to plug? You're the Four Loco King, right?
oh yeah. I'm actually getting a crown commissioned. It's gonna be a whole
Oh,
thing. And I also have another idea for something that I'm
hey.
working on
No
that
worries, no worries.
you all shall see soon.
Hell yeah. You've got to follow his channel to see it. Shout him out.
Yeah, the stream's gonna get super lit soon.
Liddy Titty.
Oh, litty titty. And
Um
I appreciate the question, Allie, and I
yeah.
appreciate everybody that follows me. I'll be shouting everybody out when I stream next too. So
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see. What are you're currently playing Final Fantasy 7 remake?
yeah, I'm almost done with it. I think I have 6 more chapters.
Nice. That game's pretty
I
dope.
think I just finished either 13 or 12.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
game's
I
pretty
got
dope.
about I'm getting close. Getting close.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna
Um
stream Stray after that. The
Stray?
cat game.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I've been debating about that. Master debating. Oh, that's our team name too.
Yeah, masturbators.
Masturbators. We're the master baiters.
Yeah,
So we bait
fishing.
the enemy and we're masters at them.
I'm gonna
We're
use
masters at it.
I'm gonna use Vop as bait. Go in there.
I'm the
Pull him out.
master at
Dude.
being bait. I am the master bait. Er. Yeah, he's got that big D energy for sure. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, my chat brings the massive D energy.
Hell yeah.
We got the
Nice.
double D and the triple D, the quadra D. We're looking for a fifth D. If you want to be a fifth D, just let me know.
Yo. 50. That was my nickname in college. No, I'm just kidding. I never went to college. Uh, anyway, okay, so no more questions. Nothing else to anything else to plug you can think of?
um, no, man. If I was gonna plug anything, it'd be you. But
Hey, yo, well, 20
here,
bucks is
so
20 bucks. All right. All right, so this video will be on YouTube in about 2 weeks ish. 10 days. I'll send you the links and stuff. It'll be on Twitch. Just kind of hanging out so you can watch it on Twitch for the next, I don't know, like 10 days. Then it will be on YouTube. Should be under VOP Gaming or Veterans OP. I don't know. What is my YouTube? I can't remember what my YouTube is. But I have a command for that. No, that's not it. No, it's Spotlight. Oh boy. I don't even remember my own fucking my own chat commands. Boom. There's the channel on YouTube. So it'll be there. But I'm sure I'll put the link in Discord and I'll put the links it'll be out there. Once it gets uploaded, it'll be on the Twitter sphere. But thank you. Thanks for coming
oh
and
man,
hanging
thanks
out and
for
telling your
having me.
story, dude. It's a
Yeah,
good time for sure.
yeah. I had a lot of fun. This is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you for everybody that came out. I
Yeah.
seen a couple FN boys up in here,
Hell yeah.
and the loco lads came through. So I appreciate you all
Hey.
coming through.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good people coming and supporting you.
Oh,
But We are going to be. I'm going to be streaming after this. So if you guys want to hang out and hang out, we're going to be streaming. We're going to do a live stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/VOP Gaming and catch live stuff. Like is about to happen after this. After we stop this video and restart it. What? I do want to thank everybody for coming out in the chat. I want to thank special thanks to Derek, that kid named D, for sharing his amazing story with us. So if you are a veteran or you know a veteran who would like to be on the Veteran Spotlight, hit me up. One way, shape, or form. Discord, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube's, whatever. Send me a message. But
Love you, Tiger.
Until then, thank you very much for your support. Remember who you are. We'll see you in the next one.